Alvíssmál, the Ballad of Alvís, the Lay of Alvís, the Song of the All-Wise, the Words of the All-Wise. No better summary of the Alvíssmál can be given than Gering's statement that it is the versified chapter from the Skaldic poets. The narrative skeleton, contained solely in stanzas 1 through 18 and 35, is of the slightest. The dwarf Alvís, desirous of marrying Thor's daughter, is compelled by the god to answer a number of questions to test his knowledge. That all his answers are quite satisfactory makes no difference whatsoever to the outcome. The questions and answers differ radically from those in the Alvíssmál. Instead of being essentially mythological, they all concern synonyms. Thor asks what the earth, the sky, the moon, and so on are called in each of all the worlds. But there is no apparent significance in the fact that the gods call the earth one thing and the giants call it another. The answers are simply strings of poetic circumlocutions, or kennings. Concerning the use of these kennings in skaldic poetry, see the introductory note to the Hymniskvita. Moltke is presumably right in dating the poem as late as the 12th century, assigning it to the period of the Icelandic Renaissance of skaldic poetry. It appears to have been a work of a man skilled in poetic construction. Thor's questions, for instance, are neatly balanced in pairs, and fully familiar with the intricacies of skaldic diction, but distinctly weak in this mythology. In other words, it is learned rather than spontaneous poetry. Fenrir Johnson's attempt to make it a 10th century Norwegian poet baffles logic. Vigfusson is pretty sure that the poem shows marked traces of Celtic influence, which is by no means incompatible with Moltke's theory. See the introductory note to the Rigsthula. The poem is found only in Regius, where it follows the Hymniskvita. Snorri quotes stanzas 2, c, and 30. The manuscripts of the prose Edda giving the name of the poem as Alvíssmál, Alvínsmál, or Alvíssmál. It is apparently in excellent condition, without serious errors of transmission, although interpolations or omissions in such a poem might have been made so easily as to defy detection. Translation of many of the synonyms presents, of course, unusual difficulties, particularly as many of the Norse words can be properly rendered in English only by more or less extended phrases. I have kept to the original meanings as closely as I could without utterly destroying the metrical structure. Alvíssmál. Alvís spake. Now shall the bride my benches adorn, and homeward haste forthwith. Eager for wedlock to all shall I seem, nor at home shall I rob me of rest. Thor spake. What prey art thou? Why so pale round the nose? By the dead hast thou lain of late. To a giant like dost thou look, methinks. Thou wast not born for the bride. Alvís am I, and under the earth my home neath the rocks I have. With the wagon guider a word do I seek, that the gods their bond not break. Break it shall I, for over the bride her father has foremost right. At home was I not when the promise thou hast, and I give her alone to the gods. What hero claims such right to hold o'er the bride that shines so bright? Not many will know thee, thou wandering man, who was bought with rings to bear thee. Vingthor the wanderer wide am I, and I am Sithgrani's son. Against my will shalt thou get the maid, and win the marriage word. Thy good will now shall I quickly get, and win the marriage word. I long to have, and I would not lack, this snow-white maid for mine. Thy love of the maid I may not keep thee, from winning thou guest so wise. If of every world thou canst tell me all, that now I wish to know. Answer me, Alvís, thou knowest all, dwarf of the doom of men. What call they the earth that lies before all in each and every world? Earth to men, field to the gods it is, the ways it is called by the wains. Evergreen by the giants, the glower by elves, the moist by the holy ones high. Answer me, Alvís, thou knowest all, dwarf of the doom of men. What call they the heaven, beheld of the High One in each and every world? Heaven men call it, the height of the gods. The wains the weaver of winds. Giants the upworld, elves the fairroot, the dwarfs the dripping all. Answer me, Alvís, thou knowest all, dwarf of the doom of men. What call they the moon, the men behold in each and every world? Moon with men, flame the gods among, the wheel in the house of hell. The goer, the giants, the gleamer, the dwarfs, the elves, the teller of time. Answer me, Alvís, thou knowest all, dwarfs of the doom of men. What call they the sun that all men see in each and every world? Men call it sun, God's orb of the sun, the deceiver of the Val and the dwarfs. The giants, the Etherbright, elves farewell, all glowing the sons of the gods. Answer me, Alvís, thou knowest all, dwarf of the doom of men. What call they the clouds that keep the rains in each and every world? Clouds men named them, rain hope gods call them, the wains call them kites of the wind. Water hope giants, weather might elves, the helmet of secrets in hell. Answer me, Alvís, thou knowest all, dwarf of the doom of men. What call they the windest fares, in each and every world? Wind do men call it, the gods the waverer, the nailer, the holy high ones, the wailer the giants, roaring winder the elves, in hell the blistering blast. Answer me, Alvís, thou knowest all, dwarf of the doom of men. What call they the calm, the quiet lies, in each and every world? Calm men call it, the quiet the gods, the wains the hush of the winds, the sultry the giants, elves day stillness, the dwarfs the shelter of day. Answer me, Alvís, thou knowest all, dwarf of the doom of men. What call they the sea, whereon men sail in each and every world? Sea men call it, gods the smooth lying, the wave is called by the wains. Eelholm the giants, drink stuff the elves, for the dwarfs his name is the deep. Answer me, Alvís, thou knowest all, dwarf of the doom of men. What call they the fire, the flames of men, in each and all the worlds? Firemen call it, and the flame the gods, by the wains it is wildfire called. The biter by giants, the burner by dwarfs, the swift in the house of hell. Answer me, Alvís, thou knowest all, dwarf of the doom of men. What call they the wood that grows for mankind in each and every world? Men call it the wood, the gods the mane of the field, seaweed of hills and hell. Flame food the giants, fair limb the elves, the wand is called by the wains. Answer me, Alvís, thou knowest all, dwarf of the doom of men. What call they the night, the daughter of Nor, in each and every world? Night men call it, darkness gods name it, the hood the holy ones high. The giants the lightless, the elves sleep's joy, the dwarfs the weaver of dreams. Answer me, Alvís, thou knowest all, dwarf of the doom of men. What call they the seed that is sown by men in each and every world? Men call it grain and corn the gods, growth in the world of the wains, the eaten by giants, drink stuff by elves, and hell the slender stem. Answer me, Alvís, thou knowest all, dwarf of the doom of men. What call they ale that is quaffed of men in each and every world? Ale among men, beer the gods among, in the world of the wains the foaming. Bright draught with giants, mead with dwellers in hell, the feast draught with Sutung's sons. In a single breast I never have seen more wealth of wisdom old, but with treacherous wiles must I now betray thee. The day has caught thee, dwarf. Now the sun shines here in the hall.